The big match, the biggest match of the season in New Zealand, Ireland against New Zealand. The All Blacks have two new caps for today's game. At long last, Lynn Davis gets a test match and Neil Purvis comes in on the left wing where Grant Batty has played for the past 4 seasons. Peter Whiting, who missed last year's tests with Scotland, today locks with Hamish MacDonald. The Canterbury front row of Tanner, Norton and Bush is left intact today, and team captain is Andy Leslie, number 8. No new internationals for Ireland today. Their captain Tom Grace and Mike Gibson have played in every tour game. John Robbie is the halfback after being bracketed with Robbie McGrath till the morning of the match. In the pack, Phil O'Callaghan and Phil Orr come into the front row, and Moss Keen's locking partner is Ron Haken. And replacement flanker Jimmy Davidson has his first international for 3.5 years. And at last, back in the All Blacks, number 15, fullback today, Laurie Mains, first played for New Zealand in 1971. Just checking the teams for you again. The New Zealand team, 2 new caps, Davis and Purvis. That's Tom Grace being introduced to the Governor-General, Sir Dennis Blundell. Quick check of the Irish team for you. There they are, no new players in their team. Jimmy Davidson, number 7, the replacement forward, flown out specially for this match. The All Blacks certainly look as though they're really ready to go. Tani Norton, number 2. Number 7 is Ken Stewart. Laurie Mains. The man with the beard is Bill Bush. Number 5, Peter Whiting. Hamish MacDonald, number 4. There's Bruce Robertson. Ian Kirkpatrick. A bandaged hand, notice that. Neil Purvis, Brian Williams, and Duncan Robertson, the last to greet the Governor-General. So Sir Dennis leaves the field with the Irish tour manager, Mr. Kevin Quilligan. The man in the centre of the back is Mr. Graham Atkin of the Wellington Rugby Football Union. Interesting to note that the Irish, having won the toss, will play into the wind. A haka from the All Blacks. Final instructions from Andy Leslie after the haka was led by Bill Bush. We saw the haka in Auckland last year before the Scotland match, but that's the first time it's been seen at Athletic Park by the All Blacks for many years. So Ireland have given away the wind in the first half. It's a steady breeze blowing from left to right. So there can be no complaint about Wellington's conditions today. It's cold, the temperature has dropped in the last few moments, but conditions excellent for the playing of this test match. Referee Tom Ducey starts the test match, the first ever in New Zealand, featuring the emerald green of Ireland. John Robbie back to Barry McGann. Neil Purvis, the brand new All Black. Handling in the first moment, playing his first game, incidentally, first game on the left wing. Normally he's a right winger. That's halfway to the left. 6 on the near side for Ireland is Stuart McKinney. John Robbie, number 9. There's Lynn Davis, number 9 also for the Blacks. With the wind behind him, this could be kickable. So Laurie Mains is going to have a drop kick for goal here from nearly 50 metres. This is his speciality. He'll go with his left boot. After 1 minute. A fine effort just under the bar. Now the first line out of the match. Pat Whelan, Carney Norton number 2, then Phil O'Callaghan jumping against Kerry Tanner. Hamish McDonald, Bullbush.
Well done, 5 yards here, that's bloody good. We're going forward, come on. H.O.J. I want it cut. No transfer. H.O.J.
Tension is on. We can hear it. They can obviously feel it. Peter Whiting back in Test rugby, gets the palm. Robertson, not a good one. Davidson, number 7, is the brand new Irish flanker on this tour. He was quick to that. Jimmy Davidson, the headband guards a cut received before the match against Southend. Purvis to throw, Ireland on attack. Davis. Meters, less than that, 10 metres from New Zealand's goal line. Now it's Pat Whelan throwing. Deep. Ken Stewart. 12 is Lynn Jaffray. Leslie. The whistle has gone. Lynn Jaffray's kick was partially charged down. The scrum back for a throw-in that looks as though it wasn't straight. New Zealand in defence with the put-in. Davis back to Robertson. In play still Ensor. Jimmy Davidson. 20 metres out, caught by Whiting. For Ireland is Willie Duggan. 7 Davidson, 6 McKinney. 7 for New Zealand, Ken Stewart. 6 in Kirkpatrick. 5 for Ireland, Moss Keane, looking so very much in his headband like Willie John McBride. Robbie. Touchdown. Hard to say what that's for. I think it could have deflected, the kick could have deflected off a New Zealander, which meant that it's a 5-yard scrum. So Ireland making the early play. Remember, they're a team that can really fire up for the big occasion. Robbie. Away to him again, Ireland running it. That's a good kick. Mains. A very good kick by McGann under the bar. And Mains had to catch it with the post very close. That was an early test of Otago's 30-year-old fullback Laurie Mains. He came through that with flying colours. Six minutes of play, deflected by Keane. Awkward. Stewart is there. Davidson. Tani Norton reached through and grabbed that one in the maul. Phil Orr, Phil O'Callaghan and Pat Whelan, the Irish front row. Davis ball to his Canterbury front row. Kirkpatrick. Duggan has him. Some anxious and familiar faces there in the stand. New Zealand selectors, Jack Gleeson, JJ Stewart behind them. Rolly Mates, the Irish coach. Injury break. Keane is the man being checked. So Ireland have made the early play. They're playing with a lot of spirit at the moment. Or propping against Bush on the near side. Davis. It seems as though New Zealand want to use the advantage of the wind. Noticing Robertson's high kick and then one there by Lynn Davis, but not kicking the ball well. And those first two, that one was out on the full. 40 yards from New Zealand's line. Palmed by Keane. Here's Gibson. Not straight. Davis. Good heave by Ireland. Leslie. Number 8 for New Zealand. The Irish forwards are asserting themselves. Stuart McKinney. Look at that for a shot. Robertson. Awkward bounce here. Tony Enser was in a difficult position there. He could have come forward. He decided to let the ball bounce. A well-judged kick by Robinson. Whelan's throw. New Zealand's jumpers, 4 McDonald and 5 Whiting. Penalty against the All Black line-out work. 2 penalties each. Here's young John Robbie, who was only cleared to play in this match this morning.
Yeah, that's right.
10 minutes have gone. No score. Purvis throwing. Robbie. McGann. Williams and McElrath under this. Duggan, good work. That'll be Willie Duggan. Duggan was very quick to that ball and went down into them all. Bleeding nose there, but the injury, the checking could be to his thigh. These are the New Zealand reserves anxiously waiting in the stand. Uncertain, of course, whether they'll get a run. Laurie Knight, the fair-head player to the left, is Graham Crossman. Next to him, Bill Osborne. They're sitting next to the New Zealand selectors. Willie Duggan was rated by the All Blacks in Ireland in 1974 as one of the toughest and hardest competitors they've met. Duggan having his 9th international this afternoon. Robbie to a midfield scrum. Second row, Keane and Haken the lock forwards. Robbie again. Out on the full. Now Brian Williams on the right wing from Auckland. Short. Good work by Kirkpatrick. Coming for Davis. Lynn Jaffray. Penalty to New Zealand. Question about the ball there. We had some discussion about the brand of ball that was being used, and it seems that Laurie Mains, after all, has been practicing all week with a certain brand. He's like to play the game with them. That's a fine kick. That's the Irish 22 metres line to the left. So the All Blacks come on a true attack for the first time in 12 minutes. Duggan, two-handed catch. Davis. This is within the Irish defensive zone. McKinney. He doesn't believe it. Penalty, and it could have been for hands in the scrum. And this is a handy angle for Otago's Laurie Mains. This is where New Zealand could take the lead. A left-footed kick coming up from Laurie Mains. That's one that will be a particular satisfaction to Mains. For 5 long years, he's been out of the All Blacks test team. Back again today, he puts them in the lead. 3 points to 0 after 13 minutes. Well, Ireland made so much of the early attack in this match. Full house in the Millard stand at Athletic Park. The crowd somewhere just short, I would say, of about 40,000. Here's Barry McGann.
In the air!
Whiting and Duggan.
Green ball.
That's an old ball.
Yes, you heard that from the referee there. That's an old ball, and he's asked for it to be taken out. Calls today for Ireland being made by pack leader Stuart McKinney. There he is. Well, that's staggering, isn't it, that they've come onto the field with playing with old balls, and the referee has asked for new balls to be brought on. "15 minutes of play." Robbie still in play, a good catch. Under a lot of pressure today, his third international, 20-year-old John Robbie. McDonald jumping against Keane. Keane. 5 lineouts each so far. Again, he's doing the kicking this afternoon. Midfield penalty, looked like for a late charge. That's Phil Orr in the background, 2 Irishmen standing off. A planned move coming up. Willie Duggan at halfway. Leslie. Ireland have got a lot of tricks up their sleeve today. Now the All Blacks challenge with the crowd's approval. Kirkpatrick. 10 metres into Irish territory. Robbie's kick directly to touch. That's Big Bill Bush. Had a bruise on his leg from last week's game against Ireland for his province, Canterbury. He scored a very good try. Seems as though he has some kind of injury to his foot. Early tactics seem to be that the Irish are unwilling to move the ball beyond Barry McGann. As yet, with their line-out possession, McGann has kicked on most occasions. Line-outs at the moment are 5 each. Penalties favour the All Blacks by 4-3. So now the game restarts. There's Bush right back into the game. Kirkpatrick. The whistle went for a throw that was not straight. Mains must have just stepped over the touchline, and the touch judge on the far side, Graham Harrison, has his flag in the air. 10 metres into New Zealand territory, and the man straightening the line up before making his throw is hooker Pat Whelan. Referee Tom Ducey quite rightly that time waiting for the advantage to see if the advantage from that throw that was obviously not straight went to the New Zealand team. It didn't, so he blows his whistle and gives them a scrum with their put in. Davis. Robertson. It hasn't gone beyond the first 5/8 from either side. Duggan's back. Duggan in the wars again. Good covering by the number 8 forward. He's going to carry on anyway, with even though his lace is undone. Can't stop the match for something like that. So Duggan is standing off this line out, doing his boot up. He's gone right back to an extra fullback position. Ken Stewart's dropped off, so they match up. Patrick, Davis, Jeff Rader, Bruce Robertson, Ryan Williams. And Jeff Ray in the play twice in that movement. And the speed with which Ken Stewart got to that breakdown was staggering. He's a loose forward. 22-metre line, Tanner and Keane. The All Blacks starting to assert themselves now. Cheering of the crowd meant that Whelan couldn't hear the call. He went forward, now has it for the throw. Robbie, McGann. Good save by Barry McGann. Tanner, who's jumping against Phil O'Callaghan. Davidson and Stewart, the two number 7s. Kenny, number 6. McGann, McMaster. Good surge by Ron Haken, number 4. O'Callaghan, Robbie. 13 is McElroy. McGann, McMaster, Haynes, crowd appreciating that move by Ireland when they swung the ball. Solid drive up the centre. Varying Duggan's position in the line-out again. He's come right up now to a position number 3 in the line-out. Willie Duggan, who normally jumps down the back. Nearly got it. It's gone to Davis. Robertson. Jack Bray. Williams in but left out. Bruce Robertson, 30. Stewart, number 7. A central position. Davis. Purvis, the 2 new players. Not really a running chance there for Neil Purvis, but in good combination with the Canterbury halfback, Lynn Davis. Pat Whelan, who scored the first try of the tour at Timaru, throwing, deflected by Keane. 23 minutes in the match. New Zealand 3, Ireland 0. A penalty to Mains. Another good scrum push from Ireland. There's Jimmy Davidson, who just a fortnight ago was on holiday in the west of Ireland with his family. Lynn Davis. Way to Robertson. It bounced nicely for Mains. Robertson! Bruce Robertson! Here it comes. The pass from Robertson was not a good one, but Mains ran onto the pass. And then when Bruce Robertson got it, the way was clear. So Bruce Robertson, number 13, has scored. New Zealand 7, Ireland 0. Remains kicking with the assistance of the wind. So now the Irish in a bit of early bother in this match. Number 4 is Hamish McDonald. McDonald having a second match against the Tourists. He played on the North Auckland team, which lost up in Whangarei. That's New Zealand's lead after 27 minutes. By now it's 8 each at the moment. Drive by Davidson. Referee wants the scrum to break up. Rugby's ball. 3 loose balls for Ireland. Duggan, Davidson. That's their strength in the balls. Again, this is the first time they've shifted the ball. Ince in. But he didn't use the overlap to Tom Grace. Gibson. Mains and McMasters. Williams. Ince. Mains under this one. Jeffrey changed his mind. Davis. Robertson. All Blacks playing with confidence. McGann. Others have been guilty of missing high catches on this tour, but that's the first I can recall against Barry McGann. Normally very safe. This is Test match rugby. The pressure is on. Robbie almost had the intercept. And that would have been interesting with the big sidestep we know that he has. "11 minutes till half-time. 7-0 to the All Blacks. Short one from Grace into Haken. Certainly worth a try. Didn't travel the required 5 metres. Now Davis. Leslie feeds. Robertson. That's the kick we saw last year when they kicked him towards Andy Irvin. New Zealanders will remember that one on the Test match against Scotland last year. A quick throw in. Purvis to Kirkpatrick. The Irish were slow getting back. Judging by the wind on the touch judge's flag, it sprung up a little from the north and is now quite a strong breeze. The All Blacks will have the wind at their backs for 10 more minutes. Duggan again. Robbie. Good catch by Tanner at the front. Grey Wellington afternoon. Cloud overhead has thickened. Conditions could be quite dark by the end of this match. Palm by Whiting. Haken on to Davis. Now Whelan in the play again. McKinney. McGann. Hooker, Pat Whelan is hobbling. Was in that movement up the touchline with Ron Haken after bursting through on Lynn Davis. He was running strongly. He in fact used to be a loose forward.
Okay, what? Go to the toilet. See ya.
See the shin guards that he wears for that all-important hooking work that he has to do in the front row. Purvis. Kirkpatrick. Leslie running onto the pass. Kirkpatrick in it again. 15 metres out. It's almost as if Bill Bush had to be restrained from rucking at that ball. Another good position for the All Blacks. 8 minutes till half-time. Davis away to Robertson. Drop kick. So that near miss by Robertson means that play will start again from the 22 metres line. Whiting into this one. He's playing well, the big fella. 6'6", Peter Whiting. Duncan Robertson. Testing John Robbie. Robbie's fair catch. He'll take it back almost to his own goal line. There's the Tanner, McDonald, and Bush. There's Ron Haken, his third cap today. Robbie, Stewart has him. Great battle at the back of the lineouts between Kenny Stewart and Jimmy Davidson. Although that Canterbury front row played against Ireland last week, it was a completely different Irish front row. .34 minutes in the first half, 7-0.
No!
Robbie Bustle, that's the 22 metres line. Duggan offside. It was an instinctive reaction to grab the ball, which came bouncing his way, but he was in an offside position. And this is kickable for New Zealand's fullback, Laurie Mains. This is Mains' fourth kick today. One success out of the 3 so far. 5 minutes till half-time. Well, that was a miss that the All Blacks may rue. Remember, they only have the win for 5 more minutes, and it could be increasing, turning it into a decided advantage to the team that will play with it in the second half. Kerry Tanner, number 3. With him, Kirkpatrick. Bill Bush in support. Tanner feeds Davis, Robertson, Jaffray, Mains in. Bruce Robertson flicking on to Purvis. Neil Purvis caught by Grace. Stewart there. Now Jaffray. All the South Islanders handling. Purvis. Davis. Jaffray. Bruce Robertson. Wheeling across and cover. But Bruce Robertson's hand on the ball nudged it forward. The big county centre at 6'1" and 13.5 stone. Whelan guided back by McKinney, the flanker. This is only 10 metres out from Ireland's line. Davis has it. Kirkpatrick. Nowhere to go, but over the top. Try for Ian Kirkpatrick. Lynn Davis was the man that smuggled the ball from the back of the Irish scrum. And then it was a simple hand to Ian Kirkpatrick. And the big flanker was over with a high dive, handy to the post. Ian Kirkpatrick's 47th try. Mains. That was a bad miss for Mains from a handy kick. So he's having his moments, both good and bad. 3 minutes till half-time. 11-0. 2 tries and a penalty goal. But remember, the Irish will have the advantage of the wind in the second half. Knock on by the Irish team coming forward. That's the 22-metre line. Davis, Mains. In the air, and Ensor is coming under it. Injury here. This could be a repeat of the trouble that Lynn Davis had in the Canterbury match. Remember, it was a calf muscle injury that sent him to the sideline. Anxious look by his All Black teammates. So we'll watch that closely in the remaining minutes till half-time. New Zealand's 22-metre line to the left of this line-out. Kirkpatrick having a fine match so far. Here's Bill Bush, Andy Leslie, Davis, Robertson angling his kick. Well, Lynn Davis does not look happy, and this looks grim for this man who's waited so long to get an All Black jersey. And it seems as though Davis has had a recurrence of the calf muscle trouble. Remember, he spoke to the press straight after the match in Christchurch, and the man getting ready, Sid Going. He looks pleased to get another run in the All Blacks. But Davis may not in fact go off. But remember what he said after he was picked last week, that he wouldn't play for the All Blacks unless he was fully fit. Well, that's one of the great sadness, and John Robbie coming forward and giving him a pat as he leaves the field. And that is very sad indeed, that Lynn Davis has left the field. Bill Bush feeding Andy Leslie in there playing halfback. Right on half-time, New Zealand with 14 men. Leslie kicking high for Ensor, they're all chasing. Knocked forward by the Irish fullback. To that kick by Andy Leslie playing at halfback. And if Lynn Davis cannot return, shortly we'll see Sid Going. Andy Leslie doing a halfback's job is penalised for offside. And coming on, number 16, Super Sid Going. Going on in time to join the team at the half-time discussion. Davis has left the field, and New Zealand at half-time have 2 tries, a penalty goal, a lead by 11-0. Kirkpatrick and Robertson the try scorers, Mains the penalty. 11-0, New Zealand leads Ireland, but in the second half Ireland will have the win. The question is, as the second half begins, is 11 points enough to hold back an Irish team? That must be racing through the mind of this man, New Zealand's captain, Andy Leslie. Mike Gibson started the second half with a kick to the opposite corner of the field. The All Blacks must be totally dedicated in this half if they're to win against an Irish team that is holding its own. What a roar, the first time Going held the ball. Great sympathy for Lynn Davis, but at the same time, a lot of pleasure at seeing Sid Going on the field. that was a good kick to start the second half by Laurie Mains, who began this game so well, but faded a little in the end of the first half.
WAX. Control. Want to catch.
Robbie let that one bounce. Again, Gibson running right up to his opposites to give Insaw the overlap. McMaster there. McElrath. McMaster. That move looked ominous for the All Blacks. The Irish backs moving the ball with confidence. Robertson and going. Duggan, who's played so well. Willie Duggan, number 8, was the man who covered across the centre and then sent the Irish onto attack, because that's the All Black goal line, top right. Shortened line out for the first time. Duggan jumping against Whiting. Whiting got it. Leslie. Stewart. Ken Stewart from Southland. There's Ron Haken. Number 6 is the Irish pack leader, Stuart McKinnon.
Gary Owen, COG.
Gary Owen.
No bad ball.
See whether Gary Owen means a high kick. I doubt it at this position at the 22-metre line. Williams. Showing his class and speed. Brian Williams, the right winger. Whelan moving left so he can see McKinney's call for the throw-in. Whiting holding it up. Going. Punching the ball into the wind. McGann. And Sid Going was the player through on Barry McGann at this fair catch. 4 minutes in the second half. A very good kick indeed by McGann, putting Ireland onto attack, 30 metres from New Zealand's line. Lineouts in the first half favoured the All Blacks by 14-9. So far, they won 17-10 in the match. Whiting is the man getting them. Well, big Peter Whiting objected to the treatment being dished out to Sid Going by Moskey. Two big men, both of them close on 18 stone each. John Robbie. McGann. Mains under pressure. Jeffrey. The Irish may realise the fact that Mains will be a little unsettled, having missed those 2 kicks in the first half, and they're going to test them with the wind at their backs. Robbie, they can go left and right from here. That's a high kick by Robbie to the corner. Purvis. Touchdown. Here's Duncan Robertson. Had 6 test matches and played with 4 halfbacks.
I touched it.
That's Peter Whiting having some words with the touch judge, Graham Harrison, claiming he touched the ball. This is another excellent position for Ireland. This is another position of real anxiety for the All Blacks. So Ireland pile early pressure on in the second half. Drop kick could be on here. McGann. Williams chasing back to touchdown. Seven minutes in the second half. Kick out again by Robertson. Haken. Helping him and assisting is Moskeen, number 5. Robbie away to McGann. Gibson, Insaw in, McElrath, McMaster. But a royal chance missed by Wallace McMaster. That's the right boot of Bill Bush. Remember, he took a knock on it in the first half. Heavily bandaged for the second half. Two hands from Peter Whiting. Leslie feeds going. Duncan Robertson. Swung to Bruce Robertson. Purvis closing quickly on McGann. A quick throw in from Purvis.
Come on, stop the funny nonsense.
Well, you heard the instruction from referee Ducey. Stop this nonsense in the front row. Robbie.
Come on, Ireland! Come on, Ireland!
Terry Tanner, Hamish McDonald, Phil O'Callaghan, Moskeen. That's who they're calling for. Mossy they're calling. Now the All Blacks driving. Sid going, lost it forward. Nine minutes in the second half. Actually, Robbie was a replacement against North Auckland, playing against Sid going. Today, the 20-year-old halfback gets to play against his great rival again.
Break up. Break right up. Break right up. Steady.
Wayne's happy to let that one go over the line. So this is about the 4th, is it, or maybe the 5th kick out from the 22 from the All Blacks. Variation was needed. Gibson. Gibson, where's he going? Grace. 20 metres out. Ireland in possession. O'Callaghan, McKinney, the straight mauler. Out to McGann. McElrath, McMaster, Insa. Forward pass ruled. Well, Mike Gibson showing his brilliance that time coming across the field, but then allowing the movement to continue with the pass infield to Grace, which could have very nearly been intercepted by Peter Whiting. And New Zealand in defence, as they've been for all of this half so far. Leslie going. Duggan. McMaster. Duggan again. What a match he's having. You can see the kind of feeling there is at the moment. And Jimmy Davidson, number 7, exhorting his teammates to greater effort. Ireland have been attacking throughout this half, which is now 11 minutes old. There has been a lot of trouble between the two front rows, collapsing of the scrums, and that looked like a fairly stern warning issued to both sides by referee Tom Ducey. 5 metres out. Again, Leslie, Haken, number 4. Last man up, replacement forward Jimmy Davidson, who's doing such a good job for this team. New Zealand lead. 13 minutes in the second half. Duggan and Leslie jumping. Going on to McGann. Still in play, Mains. Duncan Robertson under this one. New Zealand winning the lineouts by 20-10. Penalties, 8 have been awarded to New Zealand, 3 to Ireland. Whelan throwing. Palmed by Duggan to McKinney. To Keane. McDonald onto Robbie. That's halfway. Hamish McDonald leading this charge. Referee Mr. Ducey had to step quickly between Whiting and Duggan. Number 8 is, of course, Andy Leslie, and a proud moment for him today, playing his first match for the All Blacks on the ground where he's been playing representative rugby for 12 or 13 years. In fact, the only Wellingtonian in the team today. Popular figure on Athletic Park, Andy Leslie, back in position at the back of the scrum. Duggan. Here's Ireland's first chance for a kick today at goal. This is the first attempt, and that's the distance for Barry McGann, who hasn't, in fact, kicked a goal on this tour since the second match of the tour against North Auckland at Whangarei. It's 40 metres out. 15 minutes gone. Flagged away, another All Black drop out from the 22-metre line. Man in front there by the New Zealand team. So the Irish have made all the play in the second half. The Irish backs lining out to the left of the scrum. Well, that discussion before must have been the final warning, and the New Zealand front row has been penalised. Andy Leslie just checking with Mr. Ducey the reason for that penalty. But this is a simple shot for Barry McGann, 22 metres out. Ireland on the board, 11-3. Barry McGann, 18 points in total on the tour so far. So Ireland will be encouraged by that score. But the match is nearly three-quarters over. They have to score twice more to get the lead. Well, what more can we say about number 8, Willie Duggan? He's having such a big influence on the Irish effort in this match. That kick by Duggan, good for 40 metres. What's closer to this scrum this time, the trouble seems to be on the far side where Bill Bush is propping against Phil Orr. Getting down very low indeed, collapsing at almost every scrum. Robertson has this one. That will drift back in the wind. Stewart's underneath it. Bruce Robertson. Brian Williams. Ensor. And that kick by Brian Williams has put the All Blacks on attack. A quick throw in. Knocked down. A scrum with the goal line in the background. Sid going. Back to Robertson. Bruce Robertson. Stewart is handy. Ireland will have to put in. Here's trouble. It's been a great battle all day between Orr and Bush. Falling over that time. Ireland in defence. 5 metres from their own line. 11 points to 3. New Zealand have the lead. Again. He only just touched it down, didn't he? And now the situation at that scrum has changed. New Zealand will have to put in. Sid going. Judging by that decision, that demotion by the referee, the All Blacks are penalised for hands in that scrum. Chance for Ireland to clear the line. Robbie kicks to himself. McGann. Three-quarters of the game complete. 2 tries and a penalty to a penalty. Duggan again. Robbie. Williams. 7 is Davidson. Well, Jimmy Davidson playing with the true spirit of the Irish there at the back of the line out. The injured player is just in front of Davidson. Could be Duggan. Indeed it is. Well, in a land where hurling and Gaelic football and soccer are popular, Willie Duggan's a rarity. He's been playing rugby since he was 7 years old, playing continuously. That length of service really showing with a very experienced display this afternoon. McDonald going away to Duncan Robertson. Then Jeffrey. Mains in, dropped the ball. McElrath. He knows that Mains was up in the attack. Duncan Robertson. Another of these computer calls from the Irish pack leader, Stuart McKinney. Now that penalty is against Andy Leslie. Took Duggan out of the line-out. This kick is a vital one for Ireland's test chances. If it goes over, then Ireland can strike and take the lead with a try. Well, you can see the disappointment on the face of Barry McGann with only 17 minutes left. Duncan Robertson, partially charged down by Davidson. Didn't clear the line before the kick was taken, so the dropout will be taken again. Well, this has given Ireland a great chance. Kicking it out on the full means that Robbie will have the put in. It's in a good position for a drop kick attempt. Ireland may go for a try. Obviously, a converted try would put them closer to the All Blacks. Duggan, caught by Stewart. McKinney in support for the feed. Robbie. Again, the little halfback kicked it to touch in goal. So how many times is this that the All Blacks have been back at the 22? Peter Whiting, what a return to test match for him today. Now Kirkpatrick, the try scorer. Phil Orr. Duggan on to Purvis. The Irish team have it. Robbie, McGann, Gibson, McElrath, Ensor, McMaster. 10 metres into New Zealand territory. Jaffray. Ian Kirkpatrick again is captain in support. Good work by Keane in the maul. McElrath at fly half. Gibson, he could run Tom Grace into position. What a tackle by Duncan Robertson. Sid going. Halfway. Well, with the clock ticking away, the Irish are starting to move the ball in desperation, trying to probe a gap. A quarter of an hour to play. They're all working very hard at the moment. Bill Bush keen to get into the action. Popping against Moore. Can't recall rugby being played in such a dark afternoon in Wellington. It's clouded right in, and it's very bleak indeed. That's halfway. Sid going. Neil Purvis. Leslie. Going. Robertson. Williams and Ensor. Gets away from Williams. Look at the twinkling toes of Tony Ensor. Robbie. Sid going made the tackle on halfway. Whoever said the Irish would be easy meat for the All Blacks was well astray in his prediction. Well, Bill Bush has been bothered by this all day. This is the situation at the last ruck when Sid Going got real heavy work done on his head in that last ruck. But he seems to have recovered pretty well from it. Bush is setting in. Robbie. Again. Williams coming under this one. Williams and Gibson. Leslie. Whiting. Another good middle position for Ireland. Penalties have been awarded 9-7 in favour of New Zealand. Haynes kicks out towards McMaster. Only 12 minutes left. The All Blacks are holding at 11-3. Robbie. McGann. Enser through. Gibson. Grace. I think you'll agree the Irish team deserve the crowd's applause. They're a gallant side. And leading them in that charge again, number 12, Mike Gibson. Purvis, still in play. Enser. So again, the New Zealand team back, starting from the defensive 22-metre dropout position. Only 10 minutes left. Deflected by Whiting. Sid going. Haken through on Purvis. Stuart McKinney, the pack leader, going into half-back this time for the shortened line-out. McKinney, what a pass for a flanker playing half-back. But it wasn't straight. Very, very dark indeed. Going. Enser, the ball bounced in field. Enser could run with this one. Mains. Tom Grace, number 14, wanting to keep the match moving.
AMP. AMP.
That's the call, AMP. Sounds like an insurance advertisement. Whelan throws. Going. Normally McGann would automatically have a shot here. The Irish, with this kick 40 metres out, this penalty 40 metres out, may make a change. And in fact, Grace, who hasn't kicked a goal on this tour, but had an early kick against Canterbury, will have his second attempt of the tour. Need to make sure of this one. The one he had against Canterbury was not a good attempt. 40 metres out for Ireland's captain, number 14, Tom Grace. It was big and long, but it's a well astray. Robbie. The New Zealand section of the tour, only 8 minutes to run. Well, the All Blacks have done that twice today. Man in front of the kick out. Those kind of mistakes can often turn the tide of a test match. Robbie. Duggan. Less than 20 metres to go. Keane, good work again. Robbie. Again, Gibson. Grace. Interception by Jeffrey. Tony Enser. Leslie. Stewart. Going. Now the All Black team arriving. Sid going saw the gap and really accelerated. The Irish defence was there. This is one of the few excursions in this half into Irish territory.
Come on, let's go to the ground. What are you doing?
Going. Robertson. Grace is going back. Five minutes left for Tom Grace and his Irish team. Going. Robertson. Jaffray. Brian Williams. Bruce Robertson. Ken Stewart is there. Williams. Stewart. 10 metres out. Sid going. Duncan Robertson. Jaffray. Mains. Purvis. Duncan Robertson looking for the bounce. Hoisting high. Robbie. What a brilliant catch. No tries in the second half as yet. Only 5 minutes remain. Palmed by Whiting. Going. Robbie. So little John Robbie puts Ireland into another attacking position. But so far they've not been able to convert these positions of advantage into points on the ball. 11 points to 3. Defensive penalty. Well, Laurie Mains has not had the happiest of days in his return to Test rugby. A great shame after his good start in the early moments of the first half. Whelan throwing. Peter Whiting. He's getting the line-out ball easy now. Kirkpatrick running like a back. Stewart there as well. Halfway. Bruce Robertson. Referee Ducey on hand to watch the ball go forward. Watching keenly as the All Blacks time ticks away is Lynn Davis, who had to leave the field in his Test debut. Watching from the stand. Robbie. Desperate for Ireland now. And desperate situations mean desperate measures.
Go, 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 go!
Purvis's soccer kick. Put the ball to touch. Neil Purvis. Three minutes to play. Pat Whelan of the Gary Owen Club. McKinney, Robbie, McGann, Gibson, Enser in, Stewart and Jaffray the tacklers. Keane, all 18 stone of him. Whelan, Robbie, McGann, Gibson, McElrath, Grace versus Purvis. McElrath's kick, Haken, Duggan, Willie Duggan, 10 metres out. Well, it was as if the Irish had their whole tour hopes on that maul. They went in really hard, but the All Blacks had killed it. Ken Stewart on the bottom. Just over 1 minute to go. Robbie, the way to Grace. He got the bounce. McMaster. Leslie. Tony Enso. He has Gibson. Gibson. Bill Bush. Well, Mike Gibson, if he wants to come back with the Lions next year, as he says he does, well, he'll certainly be welcome. This could be the last chance of the match. But the game looks safe for the All Blacks at 11-3, but the Irish team desperately wishing to score a try. Going, Duggan. Into injury time, this will be, and that is the end of the match. New Zealand 11 and Ireland 3. So Ireland's desperate second half attempt to score tries failed, and the All Blacks held on to their 2 tries and a penalty goal scored in the first half. But full marks to an Irish team that played with great pride this afternoon. So here's the Irish team leaving the field now. Tom Grace, Mike Gibson, Phil O'Callaghan, Ian McElrath. Barry McGann, the player who kicked the penalty goal. Stuart McKinney, so very disappointed. Tani Norton. Peter Whiting, Ian Kirkpatrick. The Irish players clapping their New Zealand opponents off the field. There's Sid Going, who had only the second half.